All right, folks, welcome back to another deep dive. And today's topic is, well, frankly, it's kind of mind-blowing.
Mind-blowing is a good way to put it, yeah.
Have you ever heard that, like, Iraq is sinking?
I've heard that phrase, yeah.
So we saw this article in the Indian Express recently and thought we'd do a deep dive on it because it's one of those things that sounds so unbelievable. And it's relevant for the UPSC folks out there,
Oh, absolutely.
both for mains and prelims. This kind of stuff comes up.
Yeah, definitely.
But the thing is, it's not like a sinkhole, where like the ground opens up and swallows a building.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not like a sudden catastrophic event.
This is like a super slow process that's been happening for millions of years.
Millions of years, yeah. It's a really gradual thing.
And it's happening around the Zagros Mountains in Iraq.
Right, a whole region is slowly sinking.
It's crazy, so we got to talk about it.
Absolutely. It's fascinating stuff.
So to help us understand this, we've got our resident geology expert here. So tell me, what's the deal with this sinking region? Why is it happening?
Well, so there was a study by an Iraqi geologist, Renis Koshna,
Okay.
and his team is from some pretty prestigious universities, the University of Göttingen in Germany and the University of Bern in Switzerland.
Yeah.
And they published their findings in this journal called Solid Earth.
Got it.
And it's all about plate tectonics.
Okay, so like the Earth's crust and how it moves around.
Exactly. Yeah, the Earth's crust isn't one solid piece. It's broken up into these massive plates that kind of float around on the mantle.
Like puzzle pieces.
Yeah, a giant jigsaw puzzle. And these pieces are constantly bumping and grinding against each other.
And that's what causes earthquakes and volcanoes and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. So what's happening in Iraq is related to this ancient oceanic slab called the Neotethys.
Neotethys, okay.
Yeah, it's basically the floor of an ancient ocean that existed like 66 million years ago.
Wow, so this is going way back.
Oh yeah, way back. And this slab is now stuck between the Arabian and Eurasian plates.
Those are some big players, right?
Huge, yeah. And India is on the same plate as those.
Wow, okay, so what's happening with this ancient ocean floor?
Well, it's tearing apart.
Tearing apart, like ripping.
Kind of, yeah. Like imagine a giant piece of fabric being slowly pulled apart underwater.
Okay.
And as it splits, it's sinking deeper into the Earth's mantle.
So like going down deeper into the earth.
Yeah, exactly. And as it sinks, it's dragging the Zagros region down with it.
So that's why Iraq is sinking.
That's a big part of it. Yeah, it's like a slow motion tug of war.
Wow. Okay, but like how much does this really affect us?
Well, you might think that because it's happening so slowly, it doesn't matter much.
Right.
But it actually has some pretty serious implications, especially when we talk about earthquakes.
Okay, that makes sense. Earthquakes are a big deal.
Huge deal. And remember those devastating earthquakes in Turkey and Syria earlier this year?
Oh yeah, that was awful.
Absolutely heartbreaking. And understanding plate tectonics is essential for predicting where and when future earthquakes might happen.
Right, so we can be better prepared.
Exactly. And for you as a UPSC aspirant, this is crucial knowledge.
Definitely it comes up in both mains and prelims.
All the time. Yeah, disaster management, mitigation strategies, that's all connected to understanding these geological processes.
So how does this specific research help us predict earthquakes better?
Well, so think of the Earth's crust like a giant jigsaw puzzle, right?
We talked about that, yeah.
And these pieces are constantly moving and grinding against each other because of plate tectonics.
Right.
And where those layers meet, you get these fractures or faults.
Got
And
it.
earthquakes happen when those faults slip.
Gotcha, so like a crack in the Earth's crust.
Exactly. And the sinking of the Neotethys slab is putting a lot of stress on the rock layers in the Zagros region.
So it's making those faults more likely to slip.
Exactly. Yeah. And by understanding how the rocks are arranged and how they're being affected by this sinking, scientists can get a better idea of where those faults are and how much pressure they're under.
Okay, so it's like knowing the weak points in a building.
Yeah, a good analogy. And this helps them predict where and how strong future earthquakes might be.
So it's all about understanding the bigger picture of how the Earth's crust is moving.
Exactly. And all of this is relevant for your UPSC prep because it helps you understand the science behind these natural disasters and how we can prepare for them.
Makes sense. So besides earthquakes, you also mentioned something about geothermal energy.
Yeah, so as this slab sinks and pulls on the crust, it can create these temperature gradients underground.
Temperature gradients, what does that mean?
Basically, it means there are differences in temperature in different parts of the Earth's crust.
Right.
And these differences can sometimes be large enough to create geothermal energy hotspots.
So like places where we could tap into the Earth's heat.
Exactly. And India is really interested in geothermal energy right now.
Right. It's a big part of their renewable energy strategy.
Exactly. So knowing about these geological processes could help in locating and harnessing this clean energy source.
Wow, so this is all connected to current affairs, too.
Absolutely. It's all part of understanding the Earth as a system.
So to recap, we've learned about plate tectonics, the sinking of the Zagros region, and how this knowledge connects to earthquake prediction and even renewable energy sources. All crucial topics for your UPSC exams.
Definitely.
It's amazing how this one geological phenomena ties into so many different areas.
It really is. Yeah, it shows how interconnected everything is.
So for our listeners out there, remember staying updated on current scientific research and its real-world applications is essential for acing those UPSC papers. Don't forget to check out the original article in the Indian Express for more details. And let us know your thoughts on this in the comments below. We love hearing from you guys, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that subscribe button for more UPSC-focused content.
Thanks for listening.
See you in the next one.
See you.